When Li Zhongtong saw the Maxim machine gun, he exclaimed, "It's too fast." He saw the killing power of this weapon, as well as the need for more money to purchase bullets. Coincidentally, before Li Zhongtong, the British Royal Navy had also calculated similar expenses, but for the Maxim machine cannon. In fact, when Maxim invented the machine gun, he also registered a patent for a 37mm machine cannon in 1883. In 1885, at the request of the British Royal Navy, he developed a small-caliber rapid-fire cannon that could fire explosive shells. This was used as an auxiliary gun for large surface warships to attack targets such as torpedo boats trying to approach. Maxim directly used his machine cannon patent to design a weapon that was essentially a larger version of the Maxim machine gun. The basic structure and principles were the same, with a huge water-cooled barrel. The naval version was installed on a rotating gun mount, while the Army version was mounted on a carriage for use as a towed gun. It fired 37 x 94 are 1-pound shells, which was one of the smallest explosive shells allowed at the time. Since the machine cannon did not engage in anti-armor combat, it was the most suitable ammunition at the time. The cannon used a 29 caliber barrel with a length of 1.07 meters. The naval version had a maximum elevation angle of 70 degrees and could fire in a 360 degrees horizontal direction, while the towed version was limited by the gun carriage, with significant restrictions on elevation angle and firing range. The cannon was fed with ammunition from the right side using a fabric belt, with a muzzle velocity of about 440 meters per second. The maximum range of the Army version was 4,400 meters, with a firing rate of 200 to 250 rounds per minute. Its power was quite considerable at the time, and infantry and torpedo boats could not withstand the intense bombardment of shells. Although theoretically the cannon could be used as an anti-aircraft weapon, there was no such demand in the early days, and the early fabric belt could not guarantee smooth ammunition supply when firing at high elevation angles. When Maxim introduced this machine cannon to the British Army, they calculated the expenses and found that the price of each shell was 6 shillings. At that time, the United Kingdom had a gold standard, and even more than 20 years after the economy was devastated by World War I, the Bank of England still insisted on an exchange rate of 1 ounce of gold equals £3.17 10.5d. The cost of a single shell was 6 shillings, and it also had to take into account a series of expenses such as storage and transportation. It is no wonder that the British Army exclaimed at the high cost of using the Maxim machine cannon, and their orders were actually transferred to France. The British soon tasted bitter fruit because the Boers purchased Maxim machine cannons through France and ammunition through Germany. During the Second Boer War, 1899 to 1902, the British Army used Maxim machine guns against the Boers' Maxim machine cannons and learned a profound lesson. Perhaps due to differences in ammunition, the Boers' machine cannon could achieve a theoretical firing rate of 450 rounds per minute. The nickname pom-pom gun was given by the Boers, because this type of cannon made a pom sound when firing. The British Army soon began ordering Maxim machine cannons in 1900, with the first order being 50 cannons and 1.5 million shells, which were immediately sent to South Africa for combat. This attracted the interest of other European countries, and Belgium, the United States, Russia, and other countries successively equipped themselves with this equipment through different channels. By 1914, at the outbreak of World War I, the cannon was widely used as an anti-aircraft gun. Due to the short barrel, the British Royal Navy attempted to develop the QF 1.5-pound cannon with a 43 caliber barrel, which was tested on 2 light cruisers. In 1915, a larger version of the QF 2-pound cannon, 40mm caliber, was developed, which later appeared widely on British warships as 4-barrel or 8-barrel high-angle guns. One of their typical features was the trumpet-shaped flash suppressor. Since the technology was inherited, it was still referred to as the pom-pom gun.